Jimmy. And smoke on loud. I got perfect attendance.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I am going to talk to you guys. I'm bringing to you guys a story time. This is the end of the crazy stalker girlfriend story. And I probably won't never have a story time like this in a long time. But I'm bringing to you guys part 3. Part 3 is where I tell you guys this story where my pictures got leaked to the internet. My pictures got leaked to my parents. My picture got leaked to my friends. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how and what I did and why. But anyways, before I get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. But most importantly, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I decide to upload a crazy or weird or queer video for you guys. So let's get straight into this crazy story time. So I want to say, if you guys don't know, look in the description box to get part 1 and part 2 of this video. Because if you don't understand part 1 and part 2, you won't understand part 3. So make sure you check out the description box, hit the blue link. Also, if you want to become a stalker, check out all of my social medias. The blue links, follow them to paradise. And yeah, now let's get started. So I want to say this is probably, we have been together by this time, it was like 6 years, going on 7. So after the whole incident about the whole cheating incident, we both decided to just like split ways and be done. So I thought. So we had another sit down and come to Jesus moment. And I'm like, I still have feelings for you. I just don't want to end like this on bad terms. I mean, we need to sit down and have like a conversation. The first time we broke up, she wanted to sit down and have a conversation. But this time we broke up, I'm like, we need to have this conversation. Because I know majority of people said, okay, closure is just to forgive that person and move on with your life. It's a bad idea to actually sit down, have a conversation. Because more than likely, you guys are getting back together. Now, what I should have stuck with was just forgive that person and keep it pushing. But I didn't do that. And I should have, and I'm mad at myself, but it's okay. So, I can't forget this day because it was at a coffee shop in my hometown. And, well, my dad's hometown. And I know it because it was, well, my dad was born is basically a town that's predominant white, okay? Now, so when we walked into the cafe thing, it's like we got these weird looks, and I'm pretty sure every black person in there did. Because we wasn't the only black people in there. Thank God. But we was served and all of that stuff. But anyways, moving on. We sat down and had a conversation. And I told her, hey, it wasn't my fault that I cheated on you in the first place. Even though I did have some play in it. it would, I didn't want to. You started it, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because you heard some rumors from your best friend that I really don't like to this day. And then you heard some rumors from my best friend at the time, they really didn't want to see us together in the first place. So they came up with these rumors that I was cheating, that I had someone out of town, that we was in a long distance relationship, that I had people at my job, that I was planning on leaving her, packing my stuff and just leaving. But the thing about that is, the two friends never really wanted us together from the very first beginning. Which is crazy to me, because it's just crazy. But anyway, moving along. She figured it out why they just kept coming telling her stuff. But when she come to me, I wasn't acting no different towards her. Because you guys, I really wasn't cheating on this girl. It was just a bunch of lies that friends came up with just to get us to break up, because they never wanted to see us happy. And if you ever have friends in your life that really don't want to see you happy, get rid of them friends. Because, honey, those are not really your friends. But anyways, I don't know. It was something about that conversation that really, like, brought us together. And yes, we did end up back together, okay? So I want to say, probably months after that conversation, we started going back at each other, calling each other names. The physical abuse started back. And I think it was all because of the lack of trust. When someone is cheating on you so many times, when someone said they're going to do something but don't do it, that's when you start not to trust them. Now, I feel like we did at the time. I didn't feel like we forced the relationship. But now looking back on it, I feel like we forced the relationship when we should have just sat back and let some of the stuff die down, let some of it heal, and then try to become best friends again. Then see if the relationship thing will work. But I guess when you grow up, you grow wiser, because I put myself in a crazy situation. So I want to say, after all of this, we got into a huge argument. I mean, one of the arguments that went from us crying to fussing to hugging to kissing to fighting each other, back to fighting and back to hugging. It was one of those fights where I knew we weren't gonna come back from. So it was like probably the 7-year mark. That's when I said I quit. I was done. I was finito. I packed my stuff and actually came back. And I was living with my parents at the time. And I just left. I couldn't take no more. And by this time, you guys, I was still in school. I was still in college, still taking classes. I was doing everything. I was still working. I was still putting up with myself. So, I want to say it was probably a month after we completely got through with each other, when I started getting these weird text messages. And when I say weird text messages, I mean weird. Like, they'll send me like they'll send me like links to videos, links to pictures. And I never would, for the sake of me, I never would open them. Okay? So every number that sent me like a video link or a picture link or something, I always deleted the number and blocked it. What I do that for, I don't know to this day. So I was sitting at work one day, and the coworker asked me, "Are you okay? Is everything okay at home?" Now this coworker, mind you, I never really told him anything that was going on at home, like step from step, incident from incident. I always told him that we're not gonna work out. And he'll always ask me, "Is everything okay?" But he'll never like be persistent and say, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? What can I do to help?" He'll never ask me that. So we were sitting at lunch one day, and he pulled out his phone. Now, to me, that's not weird to me. He just never uses his phone when we is at lunch together for some other reason. But today, that day was different. So he said, "It's something I have to show you, and I don't want you to like get emotional. I don't want you to like feel some type of way. I just don't want you to act a different way towards me, because I had nothing to do with it, but the link was sent to me, and I just wanted to show you, because I'm pretty sure how you walking around, you really don't know what's going on." Now, mind you guys, while I was at work that whole day up until lunchtime, I kept on getting these weird looks, these smirks, these ooh-wees, and all this stuff. So I'm like, what's really going on? And then lunch came, and then he brought this up. So then he pulled out his phone, like I said. Then he pulled a link that everyone's been sending me that I should have looked at myself. And it was a whole sex scene between me and my partner. At the time, me and my ex-girlfriend, okay? She made sure, whoever did the video made sure to crop her picture out of the shots and just leave mine like visibly seen. You guys, you can see everything. You can see everything I was doing to her, everything she was doing to me. It was just crazy. Like, it was a intimate moment with my girlfriend at the time. So, moving along, I told him, I knew it was something bad, because I've been receiving the same link. I just haven't been looking at it, because I feel like it's childish. And he told me, "I feel like you should get ahead of this before it get worse." And I'm thinking to myself, how worse can it get? So then I go back to work. We off lunch, and he trying to reassure me that you should get ahead of this. You should go talk to the manager. You should talk to the tech people. They'll help you remove it. All this stuff. Blase. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to do it. I didn't do it. Okay? I could say I didn't do it. I wish I had, but I did. So moving along, going throughout the day. Now at the time, my manager wasn't at the place that I used to work yet. He comes in a little later, and when he does come in, he comes full force towards my desk, and he tells me, "I need to see you in my office, like ASAP." And I'm thinking in the back of my head, what did I do now then? Plus I'm thinking, oh my Lord, he done seen this link. So he clicked on it, then he seen me. So I get to his office, he sit me down, he said, we got to have a serious legal conversation. And I'm like, okay, let's have this conversation. Then he said, I need you to sit down with the IT department, like ASAP. Because if you don't, and this gets to corporate, you will be fired. And I'm thinking to myself, what did I do? And then, so he pulls out his laptop, and he shows me pictures. And I'm not talking about one picture. I'm not talking about two pictures. I'm talking about 10 or more pictures in different positions. Honestly, different positions I never tried. But the pictures were turned to make it seem like I was in their position. So, I'm like, okay, there's videos, there are pictures. What else could there be? So then, then when he said something, showed me the pictures, I'm like, okay. And then I went on ahead and told him about, well, if you know there's pictures, right? Well, there's a video. So then he sent me straight to the IT department. I went to the IT department, and they actually helped me out a lot. And they got the pictures removed, right? So I was happy about that. They got the pictures removed. Now, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, if my manager saw those pictures, that means other people saw those pictures before I actually got a chance to get them, like, deleted off the internet completely, right? Right. So, I'm at work, chilling. Then 5:30 comes, I'm off work. I go home, take a shower. Well, take a bath, then take a shower. Because, you know, okay, never mind. Come back to the store. But anyways, I get phone calls. And these phone calls are from my friends, from my parents, from my family members. And they asking me, what have you been doing for money? And I'm like, what you mean? So, I have a front page on PORNHUB.com, okay? And I'm getting loud because, honestly, if you guys have looked at PORNHUB.com, you know it's a porn site, right? Right. So, I'm thinking to myself, this can't be true. This cannot be true. I worked too hard. I built a name for myself. And now I got to worry about a damn porn video getting out. So, I did the worst thing ever that I could do, and that was to call my parents. Because when I called my parents, they was going the hell off. So, I guess they thought I could send it to them, could send it to her putting up them videos and pictures of me. And they was going, ham. We didn't raise you like this. What you think? This is embarrassing. People gonna talk about us. And I'm like, hold up. It ain't y'all in the video. It's me. So then, my mom told me the same thing my coworker did. I think you should get ahead of this. So then, that's when I got hold to my lawyer. My lawyer told me to, like, get a restraining order. My lawyer told me to, like, get a, to get a summons so I could sue her for slander and all of this. Okay, moved along. My best friend mom seen the picture and she just cried. So I knew right then and there that it was the worst thing ever. So I called the girl that released my pictures, and she said, you should never have left me. Yeah, I uploaded them. and I'm gonna keep uploading them. So I went on ahead, cause at the time I was sitting there thinking to myself like, okay, I'm not gonna press charges, because if I just sit down and have a conversation with her, then we can get an understanding where she can actually remove this stuff and all of this stuff, and we could be done with it, right? So I thought. So when we did have a conversation, and this wasn't a sit down face to face conversation, this was older phone conversation. She could have been recording me or anything, because I knew I was recording the whole conversation. And I told her like, we need to like come to an understanding, because I can't allow this to keep happening. If something keep happening repeatedly, then people gonna think I had something to do with it, and I really didn't. And she said, well, I'm not taking them down. The only way I take them down if we get back together. Then I'm like, okay, we'll see about that. But we're not getting back together. But, oh, you gonna take them pictures down. So I did, the next day I did go to the jailhouse. I did press charges. We did get a court date, so we showed up at court, right? Now mind you, the day of court, she texted me, I'll take the pictures down, we don't have to go to court, blase, blase. Cause this is what I sued her. I sued for her to take every social media post she made about me down. Every picture she posted about me down. Every video she posted will be deleted and removed. And the phone that she was currently using will no longer be hers. It will be a placement of the court, meaning they would destroy the phone, meaning anything that she have in the phone she would not get in return. And mind you guys, at the time she had like a little appointed lawyer, somebody that really was doing promo work, per bono work for free basically. And you know, when you do something for free, they really don't get it at all. I had a full-fledged lawyer. She called me talking about, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I take the pictures down, we don't have to go to court. I was like, oh, but you was our big talk the day before when I told you that we can we can do another arrangement to the fact that you take the pictures down, we'll be cool. And you was big and bad, boozy, and didn't want to take it down. So with that being said, we went to court. So we was in court. Now mind you, the judge was a lady. So, and this could go either way. Okay? So the judge asked us both a question like what we do for a living and all of this stuff. So I told her I go to school, I have a full-time job, I'm an adult at this time. I got full-fledged bills. And she said she was living with her parents. She really didn't have a job at the time. And she was in school part-time. So the judge asked why we're here today. And I hate that they asked you that, because bruh, you had the whole case in front of you. So my lawyer stood up and he ran down everything we was there for and all of that stuff. And we came with proof. When I say proof, we came with proof. And I had proof from the IT department that they took pictures down. And it was more pictures put up after they took some down. So, and this is why I say, or maybe I haven't put out that video, it's about sexting. Never sex with your partner, okay? Never sexting with your partner, because they can use that against you. Now, the judge looked at everything we had, everything we brought, and the judge looked at my ex at the time and said, why? That's all she asked her, why? So my partner stood up, she was fake crying. And she was fake crying, and she told the judge that if we got back together, she would take everything down. She would overlook this. Then the judge said, can you just imagine how many people in this world have seen her? And you say the only thing you want to do is take it down. And the only reason why you put it up was because y'all broke up. So, now mind you guys, I have 7 years of text messages. I gave them to the judge. And the judge looked over the text messages and said, I'm going to need your phone. I'm going to need you to I'm going to have my people take down the videos and the pictures. And you have to pay court fees. And that was the end. I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask for anything. The judge says you're going to pay your court fees. Because you're the reason everything started. So she started crying, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I'm like, bro, you could have went to jail for that. Because that's putting up naked pictures without consent. You can go to jail for that. So, moving along. To end up this story, she did pay court fees. She did turn in her phone, and the pictures was completely removed from the internet, thank God. And I feel like to this day, I feel like that's the reason why I don't sext with nobody, or I don't send nude pictures, is because of that. Because she messed it up for everybody. It's like I can't trust people no more because of that. And I feel like I get in certain relationships and I halfway tell the story because I feel like people won't understand. And then when you tell people you really not into that, it's because of that. Then they say, well, I didn't do it. I won't do it. You holding me for her. Holding me because of what your ex did. But I feel like you have to understand that it's something that I didn't do. It was caused. Like, it's something she wanted to do because she was selfish. She couldn't have her way. And I am turning blue and purple right now on this camera. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this story time. And the moral of the story is, if you're not married to anyone, don't sex with them. Please don't. Because if y'all break up one day and they don't feel like y'all should break up, you could be in this same predicament. But anyways, this is the complete end of this crazy stalker girlfriend. I have moved on. I have gotten better. I have stopped sexting with people. Would I ever start back sexting? Probably not until I'm married. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you guys have had a great time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this whole story. I know it took me almost 3 or 4 days to tell this story because me and this girl has been through a lot. And those just are the peaks of our relationship before we actually broke up. And to this day, I can't remember why in the back of my head I thought it was okay to the fact that I thought I was going to marry this female. But anyways, it's the end of that story time. And it's the end of this video. So if you like the weekend, if it's the weekend like it is for me, I hope you guys have a great time. I mean, this weekend, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe. Spend much time as you can with your family. And always remember, love yourself because no one else will. And speaking of that, I really have to work on the end of my videos because it's like I want to keep talking, but I know I have to end the video. That's crazy, ain't it? But anyways, guys, this story time lasted longer than I thought it would. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.